Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to another Diecast Emporium video. Today, as you can see in front of you, we're going to take a look at item number 85909, the Caterpillar 775G off-highway truck made in 1/50th scale by Diecast Masters. This, of course, was originally a Tonkin Replicas model that was released in 2014, so I'm interested to see what kind of updates they've done and see if they fixed some of the issues that the Tonkin model suffered from. So first things first, a few specification details about this particular truck. It has a rated payload of 154,414 pounds. It can cruise along at 41 miles per hour, and its gross weight fully loaded is 112 tons. So with that out of the way, you can see it's part of the Highline series, judging that it's in this tin. There is the very nice picture of it on top. Picture of the model, of course, on the side. And on the back, you have another good picture of the machine at work. And the specification details. If you want to read those, just go ahead and pause the video. So let's take the top off and see what's inside. As you've probably guessed, still your catalog here, which shows a whole bunch of the different Tonkin replicas and Norscot models that, of course, are now Diecast Master models, and just some other information that's on the pamphlet itself. Now, before I get too far ahead of myself, as of the recording of this video, at least here in the States anyway, there has been a update in the Diecast Masters products. Most retailers have received the 555D skidder, as well as a couple graders, I believe 621K and 627K scrapers, so on and so forth. So if you're looking to purchase those and have been waiting for those to be in stock, make sure you check your favorite online retailers and see if they're available. So, with that, you can see the model sitting nice and snugly inside. So go ahead and take him out. Alright, so the first thing I can see that's already a noticeable improvement, if you look at the cylinder jackets, they're now metal and 3-stage, where on the Tonkin one they were plastic, and really paint was scraping off of them even if you just used them the first couple times. Unfortunately, these two black screw heads have still not been painted Caterpillar yellow, which they would have looked so much better. I don't know why that was missed. The Tonkin Replicas model had the ability to remove the rear tire, so you can simulate it on a low, for a transport load on a low boy or something like that. But in fact, it wouldn't really do much of anything because, of course, you can't remove the stepping or the bed. So really it was, I don't know, I guess it was a cool feature. Looking from the side, it's got some really, really good detail in terms of your engine, which has been modeled in here. Very difficult to see, of course, because it's black on black. See if we can zoom in on that a little bit. See your hoses, as well as your plastic exhaust, have been modeled. Your handrails, hand and grab rails, all through here are metal. Your mirror is plastic, but it does have a silver surface, which makes it look nice. Looking from the front, you can see a nice Caterpillar graphic on the grille, some lights, and the wheel chocks, which, again, could have been used in a different shade of yellow. But besides that, it pretty much looks the same as the Tonkin one, albeit, of course, from the operator behind the wheel. On this side, you can see the nice metal cab and some simulated, up here, some simulated anti-slip pattern outside. Go ahead and show you that. As well as these huge chunky tires. And the steering has been improved somewhat. It was really, really loose on my Tonkin Replicas model, both the yellow and the white one. So it seems like that has been fixed. And as you can see, it will turn relatively well in either direction, left or right. I already mentioned the removable wheels here on both sides. So let's take a look at the massive rear diff, which, as you can see, is suitably impressive and looks the part. Up in here, if you look closely, you can see these warning details as well as different lights up in here. And there is some suspension and oscillation built in to the rear axle, which looks very, very good. Finally, you can see here that you have these metal rock deflectors, which do exactly what their name would imply, and prevent large boulders from getting stuck between the two rear wheels. The dump body itself doesn't feature really much of anything in terms of wear plating or anything on the actual dump bed. It's pretty much casted in one piece. That being said, for it being one of the smaller off-highway trucks, mining trucks, whatever you would like to call it, it's a good little model. It may be just a tad bit on the expensive side, being sold at around $117 to the $125 mark US, at least of the taping of this video. But it's certainly better than a 772, although if you've watched my previous videos, you know that that's not hard to do whatsoever. So if you're looking for a relatively small mining truck and you have to have a Caterpillar one, this one can be recommended for that. However, if you are into the larger iron, say you want to get up into the 785 or maybe into the 793 or even the big 797, I would recommend paying the extra money and getting that, just because those were great Norscot models when they came out, and the Diecast Master versions are just as good. So as always, guys, thank you for tuning into my videos. Stay tuned as we'll have a couple more this week, and be safe as always.